It's Tuesday, February 7th, and time for your Barbados Today morning news update. Thanks for joining us. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Our top story, Chief Executive Officer of the Barbados Agricultural Society, James Paul, is hopping mad at reports that another batch of controversial imports has landed in the island. This time around, it's not chicken wings, but coconut water. Paul tells Barbados Today he's aware a local business has imported 900 cases of coconut water from Guyana. He blasted the move, saying it undermines the island's scarce foreign reserves and jeopardizes jobs. He's urging Barbadians to boycott the foreign product.
But you understand, they are not on the shelves. I am hoping, of course, that they do not go on the shelves. And I will say this too, I'm appealing to Barbadians that any coconut water that they see here on the shelves, I'm appealing to Barbadians that we make up, that they insist on buying it, okay? Because certainly, right, for something that we should be doing here for ourselves, it should not happen. And we need to stop importing things into this country that we can produce here. And that instead of the private sector finding a way to help Barbadians to earn money for themselves, they should not be undermining the very existence of this country by engaging in this type of reckless action.
In other news, details are emerging of some of the issues confronting 16-year-old Shanti Yard before she reportedly took her own life. Her mother discovered her body hanging from a rafter in their Mission Road, Britain's Hill, St. Michael home last Friday night. It is believed she committed suicide. However, police are continuing their investigations into her death. However, posts on Yard's now seemingly deleted Facebook page told a tale of a teenager with a lot on her mind. Councillor Sean Clark tells Barbados Today he saw the teenager's page and sensed a cry for help that no one took seriously.
What I saw there, I could tell that from as far back as about April or May 2016, this young lady would have been posting a number of things that would indicate that she was extremely depressed, that she was crying out for help. A lot of images, of being extremely lonely. I saw that she was there asking would I be missed, if I died, those kind of things. So we could clearly see that this was a young lady that had been depressed for a very, very, very long time. And it is unfortunate that persons, adults and other friends and so on her Facebook page never really saw the need to look into her posts.
2 men were injured yesterday after their vehicle overturned at Newcastle St. John around 4 p.m. According to police reports, driver 36-year-old Hamilton Walcott of Glebland St. George was transporting several bags of feed on board a truck when it overturned and landed off the road into a banana patch. Walcott received a laceration to his ear and complained of pain to his lower back. His passenger, 30-year-old Jamal Cadle of Nursery No. 1 Forward St. Philip, complained of pain to his shoulder and lower back. Both men were transported to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital via ambulance. Police investigations are continuing. Meantime, President of the Association of Public Transport Operators, Maurice Lee, wants members to continue practicing proper driving habits. He made the plea in the wake of a number of accidents involving privately owned public service vehicles. And although none of the injuries in those accidents were life-threatening, the incidents once again stirred up the long-standing debate over safety concerns within the sector.
You would also observe that there have been, to today's date, 7 road fatalities for the year. None of them involve public service vehicles. None of them involve minibuses or ZRs. All of those accidents that I can recall, and I speak subject to correction, and I would apologize if I'm incorrect, none of those road fatalities that have robbed families of their loved ones both in and out of Barbados so far for the year involve public service vehicles. So I will want to use this opportunity to urge the drivers of public service vehicles to continue to practice proper driving habits. Because if you were to do percentages, I believe that the public service vehicles, given the frequency of which they occupy the road between 4:30 a.m. and midnight, that the what is the percentage of our safety record would be reasonably impressive.
In sports, Leeward Islands Hurricanes crushed luckless West Indies under-19s by 8 wickets yesterday to reach the final four of the regional Super 50. Left-arm spinner Akil Hussain produced a superb spell, claiming a career best 4 for 8 from his 10 overs as the under-19s sent into bat at the Vivian Richards Cricket Stadium were bundled out for a dismal 78 of 45 overs. Jamar Hamilton then struck an unbeaten 42 and opener Monsine Hodge 31 not out to guide Hurricanes to their 5th win in 6 outings in the competition.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Get your paper, get your paper. Only $2.25, $2.20. Who? For what? That's Bear Stair News. I don't read about that from Barbados today since last night. That can't only can't do. $2.20. Who?
The Barbados Today, news you can trust.
In news from the region, we hear that St. Lucia has slipped 8 places on the World Bank's Ease of Doing Business Index for 2017. We get more in this report from Rihani Isidore of HTS News Force.
In 2016, St. Lucia, according to the World Bank Ease of Doing Business report, ranked at 78 globally. St. Lucia's ranking would slide some 8 places to 86 over the next fiscal year in 2017. Setting up shop in 2017, the World Bank says, has gotten slightly more stringent in St. Lucia. Administrative costs establishing a standardized company totals $4,425 in St. Lucia. Jamaica ranks at number 1 ahead of St. Lucia in doing business in the English-speaking Caribbean. The average associated costs of starting a business is Jamaica $29,000 or EC $608. Regionally, the World Bank lists Dominica as second behind St. Lucia for its setting up procedures that costs about $2,900 EC dollars.
On the international scene, at least 131 people are reportedly dead along the Afghan-Pakistani border after 3 days of heavy snowfall resulted in a series of deadly avalanches. Officials expect the death toll will rise as rescuers reach isolated regions where it's feared more people are trapped beneath the snow. We get more in this report from the CNN.
These storms have been coming across Turkey with high moisture, and again, another one's on its way next Friday. This is where it gets a little interesting here. Here is Kabul. We've had heavy snowfall here to the north. You can see Afghanistan. We've had in northern areas of Pakistan, north of Islamabad, a number of avalanches. Then you have New Delhi, and then you get into India-administered Kashmir, and then Pakistan-administered Kashmir, sensitive border lines, but you can get an idea. We actually have a town, Chitral, to the north. There's a number of dead there as well. So the terrain is extremely steep, and what we've been watching is a series of storms, as mentioned, as we're going to try to advance this for us, and we can see if this will move in. May have to jump. Let's show the video first, and you'll get an idea of what we're talking about. Rescue crews are having a very tough time even getting to these villages that, for the most part, have been cut off. In some of these communities are looking at help just from helicopters, but the weather has not even been cooperative as well.
And we'll leave you with this one. A bright meteor streaked across skies over U.S. Midwestern states early yesterday morning. According to the American Meteor Society, hundreds of witnesses reported seeing the glowing object, which was visible in 7 U.S. states and Ontario, Canada. The fireball was also reportedly accompanied by a sonic boom that rattled houses in the area. And on that note, we come to the end of our news update. There's more on our website, www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're also on Izumi Media and bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Or you can tune in to Channel 99 on Flow TV or Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Good morning.